Hello, thank you for joining me. I'm Paula and this is Crafting Your Memories with Paula. Today we're going to play with some of these lovely new colours that are in the Stampin' Up range. They are from the Designer Series paper assortment, the 6x6 inch papers, and they have got 5 beautiful shades to work with. Now I went recently on an event with my husband to a sort of a cocktail and a dinner, and I felt that the colours of those photos were going to work quite nicely with this bright assortment. So what I'm going to do is challenge myself to use 6" by 6" paper to create my layout. So I'm taking some of the colors that work best with the layouts, there's 3 of those, and I'm just going to divide up the 6x6 into triangles. This gives me a little bit of a fun element to create a bit of a design in its own right along the top, and it's also just giving me a little bit of color that's going to match my photos. Now I do look and see which orientation is going to work best, but I do feel that the original coming from the left hand side arrows is going to work, but we just needed to raise them all slightly. Now I am going to just do a little bit of treatment onto the back white cardstock. It is rather stark and we'd like to add a little bit of class to it. So what I'm doing is just grabbing some of the Summer Splash colour, adding a bit of water to it, and then using just a simple plastic bag to do a little bit of smooshing in the backdrop. And this just gives a little bit of a fun element. Now I have also got a fan brush, little paintbrush, and I am scattering a little bit of that colour around as well. So this just fills in a bit of that white space, gives it a little bit of interest, and it's just going to go nicely sort of peeping out from behind those triangles. Now the next thing I want to do is treat my triangles. So I have got the lovely collection of the Stampin' Right markers for the in colours, and so I'm using the matching in colour pen, and then I'm going through with a piercing tool and just going over the top of the line that I've designed to make it look a little bit like fake stitching. So I'm going to place these onto my background, and I'm going to do this in a very controlled manner by putting in some lines which make sure that I'm nice and straight. So using my Stampin' Seal, I am now starting to adhere these along just about, I don't know, 3/4 of an inch from the top. I have actually framed my background piece as well with a black sheet of cardstock, so it's got a nice backdrop. Now I need to start putting in a little bit of a title. So I've got the Happy Little Things stamp set here, which has a beautiful outline and a little stamp that you can fill in. So I can use the 2 tones. I've got the black on the outline, and then I'm bringing in the Petunia pop just to add that little bit of color. So this is all coming together so well. So that's giving us a nice backdrop, and it's time to start doing a little bit of decorating. I do just check that I don't want a black mat as well, but no, the white is definitely the way I want to go here. So I'm just gathering all these little ephemera packs. Now they're from the start of our catalogue, and they're our quick and easy option for doing a little bit of decorating. So they're all designed for you, and I'm actually really loving these black and white flowers. So against the pop of colour, I think these work really well. So all I'm doing is bringing in a few greens for the leaf, the foliage, and the odd little bit of the sort of Petunia pop colour in the odd colour. Now I am looking for another title sentiment to go with my Celebrate, and I do find this white one that says Today. So I'm thinking I might do something with that. So Celebrate Today does work quite well. Of course, I'm trying to fit everything onto the page. It always gets a little bit tricky when you've got all these fun elements to try and get on there. And that banner does scream Celebrate to me too, so I think that's a nice little addition up in that top corner. So now I've just gone and adhered all those little pieces, and the last thing I want to do is just add a touch of colour to the Today part of the title, just so that it stands out against the white backdrop. So all I'm doing is sponging on a little bit of the Summer Splash ink colour, and that just helps to make that stand out. Finally, we've just got a little title box to put down the bottom. So, you know, a little tag does need a bit of ribbon. So I've bought in the silver from the Golden Silver 1/8 inch trim, and that's just going to give a nice little sparkle down the bottom there. So just to finish all of this off, I'm going to bring in the in color resin dots, and they're just going to do a nice little bit of embellishing around my clusters, which just helps to make the whole page look complete. So you'll see me, I'm just going to grab the Petunia pop colors, and I'm using my new little tool, which I haven't yet got the hang of entirely, but it is a fun little one there, and it's picking up your little embellishments and dotting them around the place. So I hope you enjoyed seeing how that came together. 6" by 6" paper can be a really fun element. It does restrict your design in a way, but it makes you get really more creative, and I love that. So I hope you enjoyed seeing this come together. It was a fun event, and I'm loving my memories captured. Thanks for watching.